Tell me you're right.
All right, so I'm a market therapist. I am a health hop performer, a citizen artist, as well as a psychotherapist. I'm a member of the artist engagement team, and this is a mental wealth recap of what I learned while doing outreach for the city's art and culture plan. Mental wealth, because that's the name of the label, but also because a lot of people identify art as a way to improve their well-being. So, my outreach looked like me actually having an art installation with canvas where I presented 3 questions. And at first, people were a little shy when I said you can write directly on it, and this is what it looked like. After warming up, they gave very different but also sometimes similar answers to 3 questions. The first of which was, what is art? As you can see here, people got very kind of out there with it. It was humanity, it was other people, it was life itself was art. A lot of different things that are very abstract and tangible, like God, you, me, everything around us, right? Not any specific art forms, but things that are important, like soul, like family, like connection. They also said feelings, they also said self-expression. Things like freedom, things like healing or therapy, love, beauty. Again, very abstract, not something tangible, not specific art forms, right? But later on, things did get more specific. And what I started to hear were different specific art forms and genres, like hip-hop, jazz, right? Making beats, rhymes, poetry, street art or mural art, the pure expression of man, the actual pure voice, that pure kind of flow that comes with dance or even writing on canvas. Then I started to think, okay, well, if that's what art is, this intangible thing is also these like specific art forms sometimes, less often, then where is art? Where do you find art? Where do you make art, create art, participate in art, enjoy art? And so I took this canvas with me to Pan African Festival and actually asked people there. And what I heard was art is everywhere, but more specifically, like everywhere is in all around us. In nature, in the environment, like all I talked about earlier. In these organic places, not USDA organic, but actually organic, right? These places that are untapped, but also kind of made for us, like parks. Then it got a little bit more specific to like Rochester staples and institutions like Artisan Works or the MAD, which I heard several times since visual art is very popular here, the home of Kodak, right? We also got Park Avenue here. We have Urban Euphoria, Strong Museum, the neighborhood of the arts, South Wedge, Flower City. But even more than that, I heard most often that art was at home. It was in a personal space. It was a personal experience that people engaged in within the sanctity of their own home, which told me a few different things, which I'll kind of get into later. But you can see here, someone even said my car. Like, very personal experience, right? So that got me thinking, okay, well, if you can experience art in your home in certain neighborhoods, then like when is art? When do you experience it? When do you hear it, taste it, touch it, smell it, bop it, sniff it? Like when does art show up in your life? When does art show up for you? Again, the answers were very kind of personal. When I am singing, when I am dancing, when I look into the mirror, when I look into my daughter's face. Very personal, very specific and person-centered to that individual's experience. I could say when I am rapping, right? When I am performing poetry. Later on, it starts to get a little bit more kind of abstract of when you need to release, when you need to express yourself.